Hi everybody, the Georges are here, Jason,
Nikki,
and this vlog is going to be about, I guess, how we met.
the story of us.
Yeah, the story of us. And it goes back to the first grade. I got it right this time, this is like the third time. She was in kindergarten, I was in first. And I guess it's, I don't even know the story, I don't even remember, you do.
I was in kindergarten, and him and my older brother were in the first grade. And where we went to school, there was, you walk in, there was like 4 stops, and then it led to 1 floor, and then you can go this way, and there was like 7 stops, and it led to the 2nd floor. And I was up on the 1st floor. I don't know why, but I was up on the 1st floor. And him and my brother, well, my brother decided to push me down the stairs, the 4 steps. And when I turned around, it was him and my brother, and I just thought Jason was so cute. He was just had his, he was so adorable. So then flash forward to 2008, 2009. And
What?
we reunited in 2008
2008.
or 2000, yeah, because you were his coach for 2 years.
Yeah, I was her brother's baseball coach. Not the one that pushed down the stairs, her younger brother. And I didn't know she had a crush on me then. She didn't tell me. And one day we were at the ice cream place after a game, and she stole my phone, and then when I got it back, her number was in it.
And I texted myself from his phone so I would have his number, because I guess we were both too shy to formally commit to give each other our numbers. So then, like a week later, he texted me and told me that my brother's team had won, and we kind of just started talking more and more after that.
We started talking on MySpace. You remember MySpace?
I was like, I'm going to put you in my top 8.
Oh, I remember MySpace.
It's been a long time. And we never formally asked each other out. Like, it wasn't like, will you be my boyfriend, will you be my girlfriend? It was...
We're too good for that.
Yeah. He walked me home from work one day because I worked up at the local ball field. And I don't know, we stopped at a stop sign and we just kind of like kissed. We went like, we weren't in a car or anything, we were walking, but like where we had stopped, it happened to be where a stop sign was at. And he kissed me, and it was kind of just like a, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend type thing.
Guarantee she went home and wrote in her diary.
I didn't have a diary. How many people lived in my house? My privacy was shot.
Ever since then, I kept on walking her to work, and every day she worked. A little $5 an hour job at a concession stand, where we ate a lot of food.
I am so surprised we didn't gain like 700 pounds from how much we ate. Like deep fried hot dogs and cheese fries and candy and ice cream and...
My favorite, we were up there and I made a deep fried Swedish fish. Remember that?
No, I don't know if I tried it.
I covered it in flour and deep fried it. It was gross.
He likes to make weird concoctions. But we were together for almost 1.5 years before I got pregnant with our first child. And at first it was kind of like a disbelief. We didn't test until...
She was like 6 months pregnant?
No, I was 15.5 weeks. I was almost 4 months pregnant whenever we finally tested and like found out for sure. I went to the doctors and I heard this noise. I was like, what is that? He's like, that's your baby's heartbeat. I was like, what? And he's like, you're 15 and a half weeks. I think he said 15 weeks in like 3 days or something like that. But I texted him. I was like, I am almost 4 months pregnant. So I had to have gotten pregnant like right after the Powder Puff game. Because we found out in February. February 12th is when I told everybody.
I have a thing for a girl in uniform.
Game day,
It was like it was like Street Fighter, this old Sega game.
It was bad. Like, the play was over here, and me and this girl were over here, and we just kept butting into each other. And it was like, what is going on? And then afterwards, Jason's like, somebody needs to take this girl out to eat because she's hungry.
Hangry.
I was. We ended up going to Wendy's and getting a bacon, or not, yeah,
Baconator.
Yeah, but I had to have gotten pregnant right after that because by February I was 15 weeks.
And that's devil child number 1.
She's not devil. She has her days, but she's a pretty good kid. And I was like, hello, people. What are you doing in there?
I told you about the dog voices. All the time.
So anyway, we had our first daughter in August of 2011. I'm not going to tell you the exact date, but she was born in August 2011. September 24th, 2011, we went out to TGI Fridays as like a date night. I think it was probably the first date night we had since we had her.
Before this vlog started, she said she wasn't gonna do any of the talking.
He doesn't talk, so I'm not gonna let it just like sit there. Are you gonna talk? You tell everybody? Because you don't know dates.
I'm horrible at dates.
September 24th, 2011, we went out to TGI Fridays, which is the first date night we had since we had the baby. And
I got a Jack Daniels burger, I remember that.
I had the Jack Daniels chicken.
I remember food.
Yeah, he remembers food more than he remembers dates or like important events. But we went out to eat at TGI Fridays, and he had this box, and it was not your normal like ring size box, so I didn't know that it was a ring. I thought it was like a bracelet or something because I don't wear jewelry. So we went to dinner, and I asked him what it was, and he said, I'll give it to you after we eat. So then we were walking out to the car. He said, I'll give it to you when we're in the car. And at the time, we both smoked. So he said, I'll give it to you after I finish my cigarette. And after he finished his cigarette, he opened the box. He said, I'll give it to you after you promise to be my wife. And I looked at him, and I asked him what, and he said, will you be my wife? And because I don't wear jewelry...
And her family did not like that I proposed to her.
My mom did. I don't think the other ones really cared. My mom was like, oh, yay! But, the ring that he got me wasn't the right size because my fingers are really fat. So we had to go get the ring resized. And then we were engaged for...
2 years?
No, we got married in 2014, so a little over 3 years. Oh, no, it was almost 3 years whenever we got married. We got married in September 2014. And 2 weeks before my wedding...
She was so hyped up to get drunk at her wedding.
I was like, yes, I can get drunk. I just turned 21. And I was like, yes, I get to drink at my wedding and not feel guilty and like not be afraid. 2 weeks before my wedding, I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. And I texted the picture of the pregnancy test to Jason. I'd taken 2. And I texted them both to Jason. And he texted me back and said, why are you showing me a positive pregnancy test?
I was at work, by the way.
Yeah, Jason was at work.
And my buddy... Should I say his name? Yeah, my buddy Scott. He texted Nikki. He said, what's wrong with Jason? Because he's white as a ghost right now sitting down. And I don't know if Nikki told him or not. But then he came over to me, and he threw ice on me because he thought I was just dead. I wasn't moving, and I don't remember what happened after that. It's all a blur to me. I don't remember.
He came home that day, and I showed him the pregnancy tests, and he was like, "We need to go get the Clear Blue test because those ones tell you if you're pregnant or if you're not pregnant." And the one that we got had like pregnant and then so many weeks. And I took it and it said pregnant. I think it was like 5 to 8 or 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. And we went to his mom's house and he sat down and he was like, "Nikki's pregnant." Now this is a little over a year after we had miscarried. July 2013 I miscarried. So it was like a little over a year later that we found out that we were pregnant again.
Well, you didn't tell him how I told Laura the first time.
Oh no. No. When we had found out we were pregnant with our first child, he texted his mom and said the reason I've been so, I don't know if the word he used was weird or whatever, but he said the reason I've been so blank lately is because Nikki's pregnant. And it was like literally right after he pushed send, his mom.
It was literally like this is before I had an iPhone. It was like 3 seconds after I sent that, she was calling me, and I didn't answer the first 3 times. And then finally I answered, and all you hear is, "What the hell?"
What do you mean Nikki's pregnant? This better be a goddamn joke, Jason. I am not playing with you.
And she was like, "I'm leaving work. I'm coming home now." I was like, "Well, what if I'm not at home?" She's like, "You better get your ass home now. And Nikki better be with you." We were already there. And when she got home, we were hiding in the basement. We didn't make a sound. And she came down, she saw us, took us upstairs, and stared at us for 5 minutes without saying a word.
And then we had to
the most awkward 5 minutes.
It was like later that day, it was like a family meeting, and that's when we told your dad and your sister. I think we didn't tell my family until like a week later, something like that. And like my mom was texting me, and I was like, "I have something to tell you." And she was like, "You better not tell me you're pregnant." And I was like, "I am." Sorry about that. But all ended well. I mean, I didn't have any complications through pregnancy, and everybody kind of blew over. And then, anyway, back to, we got married 2014. And like I said, I had found out I was pregnant 2 weeks before our wedding. Thankfully, I didn't have to get my dress altered at all because I was only 6 or 7 weeks pregnant whenever we found out. Which is like a good thing because my dress, first of all, our wedding was not traditional at all. I had a blood red dress with a black sash and solid black Converses. And my bridesmaid had black dresses with red Converses. And our bridesmaid, who was our daughter, had a white dress and black and white Converses. So if you can kind of sense the theme of our wedding, it was black, white, and red. And the groomsmen had
black Converses.
Yeah, were theirs, they matched me and you matched the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
So like everything was just non-traditional, which is kind of who we are. As you can tell, we had kids before we got married.
Happens.
Yeah. So we had our second child in August of 2015. I'm sorry, April 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember their names, birthdays, because they all have the letter A.
I hope you remember the name.
Well, they all of their birth months start with the letter A.
Yeah.
So they're their names. But we had our second child in April of 2015. And in December 2015, we were at Scott's house. I don't remember what we were doing. I think we were Christmas shopping, and then we...
This is when he had the apartment. We decorated his apartment.
No, he was in the new house.
Oh.
He was in the new house by then. But we went over his house and we kind of just hung out for a little bit. And I happened to pick up a pregnancy test just because I wasn't feeling like myself. Because I don't get heartburn ever. And the only time I had heartburn was when I was pregnant. So I just took a pregnancy test. And at first it was negative, so I didn't think anything of it. And then we went to get back in the car and I looked at it and it was positive. And we stopped at the dollar store and picked up like 4 more tests. And I tested and they all came back positive. And mind you, our second child was only 8 months old at the time. She was almost 9 months old whenever I found out. I called my best friend and I was like, I just took a pregnancy test. It came back positive. Can I come to your house, please? So we were over her house until almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was just like, I was crying, I was scared. I don't know how Jason felt at the time. Because he's not really good at showing emotion. So I don't really know if he was like excited or if he was like, oh no, another baby.
Another devil.
They are not devils. Quit calling them devils.
Tasmanian devils.
Yeah, they're wild. They're pretty wild. They all have a Turner's tea addiction. Except for the little one.
Well, she can't drink nothing other than milk.
She could probably have juice, but I won't give it to her because I'm paranoid. But yeah, that's our story from first meeting until what now? Our kids, our life. Next month will be 8 years that we've been together.
Seems a lot longer than that.
You better watch your mouth. Oh, and in the mix of the 8 years we've been together, we happened to get 2 dogs. Nala's birthday's next month.
How old is she gonna be?
3. She's an old lady.
She's gonna be 3 years old. This one right here. Where's the other one at?
Okay.
Well, I gotta show him my addiction.
No. Let her in.
Come on, Kaya. I am a severe garbage picker. Got these today. Nice cooler, has wheels. A door kitchen set. Princess kitchen set. I am a big garbage picker. Really bad.
Hi, honey.
Of course, we're sitting here watching Angry Grandpa. We always do that.
Come here. Riddle's here.
She does impressions all the time. Nikki made a cake today.
It is so horrible.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't know why the frosting didn't stick.
And she made homemade chicken noodle soup. And all the kids are sleeping right now, luckily. Oh, there they go. They're fighting again. There they go. And so I guess that's going to be it for today, huh?
Yeah.
Get up.
Aww.
We don't have our little helper to give us.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
I guess you guys sing now.
No, I'm not singing.
Sing.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all I'm getting. All you're getting.
Wrap it.
No. That's off.
Like and subscribe.